All right, welcome to what we'll call the Eddie and Nick Show. Eddie Berenbaum, Nick Pasquini, and we're going to talk today about the importance of finding balance in just a crazy industry like real estate. So Nick, you and I, we've been at this for about 21 years now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we set out to build the best real estate company, and we realized that to properly service our clients, you can't be everywhere at all times for everyone. But as we've grown the company, we've always tried to make the brokerage a team member, right? Just like your family at home, you need to have a good support system, friends, things like that. You need the same thing at work. So yeah, absolutely, that's where it started, and that's where it stayed the entire time.
But Nick, you kept us focused on that, and in terms of the importance of having that work-life balance. And I would say of the three of us, you are the best at being able to turn it off when you're not working. And so I think a good thing for us to dig into is how's that possible in your life?
Yeah, that's a great question. I will tell you that it's no doubt a constant work, and without it, and it ebbs and flows. So what I find interesting about the real estate career, in particular being a realtor, is how symbiotic your work life and your, let's call it social life or your personal life is, because the reality is it's very symbiotic. Your family and friends can become your clients, and your clients can become, your friends, possibly your family. It's one of those things where it blurs the lines. So how do you turn it on and how do you turn it off when it really probably never does completely turn on, turn off for you? Well, it starts with, first, if you have the right balance at work, I think it's very easy, or much easier, to have the balance at home. And if you're able to make time to spend with loved ones or people that you cherish most in your life, it rewards you with being able to come to work in a manner that prepares you for inevitably a high stress, fast paced industry. So it takes a lot of work to do that, but it's completely achievable. But I would tell you that for me, it's having the right team around you. So at work, it's surrounding yourself with the right people, the right environment is going to promote growth, and we all want growth, right? We want growth. We all want to have. We are a bunch of entrepreneurs. We want to start our own business. We want to achieve things. Everybody has these aspirations, but you have to have the right people and the right environment around you to promote that. With that said, once you get that growth going, you want that balance. And that balance, really, what you want is that balance outside of work. And that's where making sure that you're spending the right time, the amount of time with loved ones and people that you cherish most, factors into your ability to come to work and be able to give your all. And that's why we created our core focus. Our core focus is that we empower people to actualize their dreams by creating the best ecosystem for growth and balance. So we would put it all together is it's a balancing act. It's a delicate one, but one that can easily be achieved. That's why I would say that I have done in what we try to do.
So I want to dive into a couple things there, because I was there when we got our minds together and we focused in on really what is our core focus, what's our core niche, what's our core values. And what stood out to me at first was, all right, this concept of actualizing dreams. When I think it was our marketing and communications director that first used the term actualize dreams. And I thought immediately that's what we do with business planning, right? So this is when an agent joins Redwood, we work with them to create a business plan. And that business plan is focused on what matters most in their life. Like, what is the driving force that causes that agent to get up in the morning and focus on real estate as opposed to being an artist or an accountant or an attorney. So the driving force, it's going to be a personal, highly personable reason. And then we put that at the center of the plan. And from there, the business comes out of that. So in terms of actualizing dreams, I felt like that's what we do. And then we talk about the greatest ecosystem for growth and balance. And that was like the aha moment, because we talk so much about the stages, right, of a real estate agent's career, could span 3, 4, 5 decades, but their needs and their desires are going to change from that just getting started at real estate, taking it all the way up to, all right, I have this legacy that I want to be able to hand off to other agents while I go and tackle the next part of my life, but I don't want to just give away this very valuable database that I've built. And so I felt like that's something we were doing already by having this ecosystem for growth and balance. And what really differentiates us here at Redwood is the balance component. There are countless brokerages that'll say, work with me, work with us, we'll show you how to sell more homes. We say, work with us, we'll help you focus on what is most important in your life, and then you're going to grow, and you're also going to find balance. And as your goals change, our coaching for your business is going to change as well. But none of this separates the fact that, unlike you, Nick, I really struggle with that work-life balance in my own life. And so I'm going to heed your advice, and the tighter I can get my workday, in my mind, the less likely these work issues are going to flow over into my personal time. Will that work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the best way to put it is you have to put yourself in the right environment and surround yourself with the right people. And so when we talk about the work-life balance and our core focus, when you think about it, it really comes down to surrounding yourself with people that share the same values that you have. It's in particular in the workplace. And again, when we go from our core focus to our core values, that's why we shout it from the rooftops of who we are, what we're about, and so that we can attract the right people. Because just like we all know outside of work, we already have the right people in our lives. We've chosen those folks, and they uplift us, or they give us joy, or whatever it may be. And it's really easy to know who your family is, who your best friends are. But when you get that at work, that's really where the game changer. That's really the game changer, and that's what I believe that our culture and our community does best. Is that you look at this and you say, "Wow, I'm surrounded by people that inspire me. I'm surrounded by people that give me ideas that I can learn from, that I can grow with." And when you have that, it's all of a sudden starts to kind of shift that work into, let's call it life, or really into balance. And that's where the balancing act happens. And so it's really important to have that. I think a lot of folks, and I think in particular agents, they get kind of caught up in, maybe a scheme or into a system, but they sometimes, I think what they fail to see is how important it is to have the right environment around you to be your best. And when you have that, the work-life balance is a lot easier to attain.
Let's dive into our core values. I want to ask you to run through real quick our core values.
Well, first one's resolute and caring. And so there's a lot of things behind that statement, but the number one thing is that we are a people-first organization. Surrounding yourself with the right people, that's how you have success and fun, for sure.
Yeah, you have success and fun. And so when you think back to the great customer service experiences that you've had, it all starts with, does the person care? Whether you're checking into a hotel, or you're getting your hair cut, or you're buying a pair of shoes, does the person care makes such a difference in the final outcome and how you feel. So when we think about Redwood, and we think about how our agents impact their clients in the most important transaction of their life, we dive into, does this person care? And if the answer is, we're not sure, we don't ask them to join. It's only the people that are like, hell yes, this person cares. They'd go to any length that we invite them to join the Redwood team. All right, give me number 2.
Well, fun and balanced.
Yeah, that's in the name. You got to be fun, and you need to be balanced. Look, we like to work hard, and we like to play hard, and we certainly like people that work hard, but it's about that balance here at Redwood. We don't want to just people that are just going to burn out and have a great year. We want a great decade, because we want to have fun with them for decades to come.
Yeah, I mean, I could just tell you from experience, doing this for 20 years, 2 decades. Man, having fun people around you, especially professional, successful, fun people around you, it makes life and work, I would say, just kind of all run together, and it just makes it really enjoyable.
That's it. One big Redwood baller Sunday. All right, what's the third core value?
Innovative.
Innovative. You got to be innovative. Look, the industry is constantly changing, and you have to know what you stand for, but then be willing and able to pivot on what matters, so that you can best serve what matters most to your clients. And you need to be able to look ahead around the curve, if you will, to make sure that whether it's 6-9 months in advance, 3 years in advance, we have the tools and services and skill set to be able to take care of those buyers and sellers and people looking for real estate services.
Yep. When I was selling homes, and I've heard lots of agents talk about their service, I think the name of the game and the secret sauce is being able to stay 2 steps ahead of the transaction. So when you talk about caring, and let's call it innovative, it's being able to anticipate some of the pitfalls and things, or just whatever, the ebbs and flows, to help service your client the best way. So that the best agents are the ones that can do that. And sometimes that takes some innovation to stay ahead, because it's never the same thing twice. But it's really important. A lot of times people think about innovative like some type of new tech tool. It's about being innovative and savvy in your negotiation, being able to stay ahead of the curve to be a great value to your clients, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Core value number 4, bring it home.
Genuine and empowered.
Gotta be real. We gotta keep it real. And you have to empower great people to do great things. And so in our case there, what we do with our agents, we give them the solid baseline, the most solid baseline that they can use to service their clients. So we have the baseline knowledge, and we encourage each of our agents to be their own beast, right? I oftentimes look at Redwood as an incubator for real estate businesses. Again, they're all in the same basic business, but they go about it in wildly different ways. And when I run into someone on the street that says, hey, I got a home to sell, I get to know them a little bit, and I match them with the perfect agent. And I can do that because we have agents that sort of some zig, some zag, some pollywag.
That's it. Be your authentic self, right?
Yeah.
Be your authentic self. That's the name of the game. And especially when you can be your authentic self and, appeal to clients. Let's be real. Build a career, make some money. That's a lot of fun. That's where it's at.
All right, Nick, so let's take a minute and dive into what are the components of our ecosystem for growth and balance? Like, how does that work with our agents?
Yeah, so creating the industry's best ecosystem for growth and balance is an ongoing endeavor, right? It changes, as we said before. What's constant is change. So to keep your pulse on what's most important, or what is the best ecosystem, is is work. It's you have to be engaged in the marketplace, engaged with the community, engaged with society. But what we have done, in my opinion, what we do best, and first and foremost, is we are a plug and play organization. What makes a Redwood agent great agent from day one is that they can plug into all of the things that the 20 years of experience that we have, and all of the different tools and people and systems and offices, and you put the whole thing together, the ecosystem. We're a plug and play. And so you can come in, and maybe you have some things that you already are doing, and that's great. You can bring those to Redwood. At the same time, I guarantee that there's some things that you're not doing or would like to add to your repertoire, and that we can add to that as well. So we're really balanced in that way. And so plug and play is definitely the first thing. Our business planning and our coaching, I know a lot of companies out there say, we do business planning. I don't think anybody is doing the type of business planning that we're doing to the extent that we're doing. It's not just about doing a plan. It's about the follow through. It's about how you use your time and spend your time to create conversations, to create additional appointments, to create additional sales. And it's using your time wisely, because time is our most valuable resource. and having the right people and the right mentors and the right accountability is what actually gets the job done. And then the culture and community. That is something that, I think it as three friends, three founders, three guys we have sold houses. We've worked weekends. We've managed offices. We've done lots of different jobs. We understand exactly what our customers, our agents are going through. And we understand what it takes to do this job. And I think that's really important on understanding how to build the right culture for the business. Now, with that said, we service the community. We are every transaction that we do, every sale that we do, every listing that we do involves our community. And we recognize that as well. And it's really important for us to give back to that community and be a part of the community. So when you take the combination of how we go about finding Redwood folks and how they go about finding their clients and again, how we service the community. And I think you put those things together. That's what really makes us special. So again, if I had to plug and play culture, community, business planning into coaching, that's what we do best. What I think is cool and what I would tell you that makes you very proud to be an owner and a founder of this organization is when I hear from our agents how they really truly feel like everyone at Redwood is part of their team. I've heard I've come from another brokerage and I always felt like I was competing with all the agents in my office. I didn't want to share any of my trade secrets because I was concerned that I would would hurt my business. And here it is completely different. Everybody is helping. Everybody is sharing. Everybody is uplifting. Redwood Growth Academy is a perfect example. Every single day, folks are talking about what's working in their business, offering advice, some things that maybe aren't working, how to best spend your time. And the staff is the same way at Redwood, and all the agents in the offices at the same time. When you go there, you can feel comfortable that you're amongst colleagues and friends, not competitors and enemies. And that is something that I think that, again, it starts from the top, but it's because of the way that we bring people to the organization and the people that are attracted to our organization. We share those values that we talked about earlier and those focus, and it just creates a really cool thing. So anyway, that I probably went off tangent, but that's what really makes me proud.
All right, Nick, thank you. We'll be talking more. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.